You can now hear Movie Heaven, Movie Hell on Stitcher. Stitcher is radio on demand. Listen anytime, anywhere. Stitcher is an award-winning free app that lets you listen to all your favorite shows, plus discover from 20,000 news, entertainment, and sports shows. You can also create your own custom playlists. Stitcher is available on iOS, Android, Nook, iPad, and in over 4 million car dashboards. It's on demand and it's on the go. No downloading, no syncing, no wasted memory. You can stream your favorite podcasts from Stitcher. Don't have Stitcher? Download it free today at Stitcher.com or in the App Store. And please leave us a review and rating on Stitcher. Thank you. Well, welcome to this podcast special. We're recording live, just coming out of seeing The Hateful Eight, the premiere at Leicester Square.
Indeed, the European premiere, no doubt, of Quentin Tarantino's 8th film. And we were very fortunate that he actually did do a Q&A following the film, which was, as they always are with Quentin, very interesting.
Yeah. So, well, for me, it's my first time going to a red carpet premiere. I've been to a few premieres, but never one as grand as that. And so that was quite fun. I mean, you always notice when you see people being interviewed on the red carpet, people passing by. And so this time it was us passing by in the background.
Absolutely. I have to say I've been one of those passers by quite often with various screenings that I've been sent to by BAFTA or productions I've worked on over the years or whatever. But in a rare occurrence, we actually got interviewed on the red carpet this time.
We did, thanks to Anthony and Mike from Premiere Scene, two good friends of mine. They spotted us and we went over and we had a quick chat, and they said, "Oh, while you're here, do you want to do an interview?" And we said yes.
Yeah.
So I got to plug my feature film Modern Love, and so check that out. It's on YouTube. Just search for Premiere Scene. It's there.
And, it was very random, and you actually bigged me up big time, which I was surprised about. I was like, "Oh wow, okay, this is good. Hello."
Well, I would have bigged up the rest of the cast, but they weren't there. And that's not to sound facetious. It's just when you're put under the spotlight like that, under the gun, you sometimes tend to forget little things. So I did bolster you up, but I should have also said, "Oh yes, and one of many stars in this film."
Yeah.
Because there are many stars. Go and look it up on IMDb. Modern Love. Number 2, because there's another Modern Love coming out next year.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Titles, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I know with the whole title thing, because Blood and Roses was originally going to be called There Will Be Blood.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you mentioned that before. Yeah. Absolutely. So, no, it was good to be. It was rather unexpected, but good to be. Do a quick impromptu interview like that. It was quite fun. So, in terms of red carpet experience then, Simon, and film premiere experience, I mean, how was it for you?
That was good. I mean, we got our seats, and they were pretty nice seats actually. I mean, it did look on the map that we were like at the back end and wouldn't be able to see much, but saw it all perfectly. Got a bottle of water and a bag of popcorn.
Hateful Eight popcorn, no less. That was like, wow, okay, branded popcorn, I like it.
And as we had to be there for, it was 6:30 start, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Because the film is long, it's 3 hours. It's has an interval, and it has a musical opening as well.
Yeah, it's got an overture and an intermission, because basically the reason it was shown at the Odeon Leicester Square was because This is a film that was shot in 70mm, and they obviously have the projection facilities to also project it in 70mm, which I guess is why Quentin was more than happy to come along and introduce the film and then talk about it post the screening.
That's it. And also had great words to say about the projectionist.
He did, yes. The projectionist got a special mention. So
he got a round of applause.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was good. So thank you, BAFTA, for getting us a couple of seats to that. And
well, just so the audience know, it's not like that Keith went to BAFTA and said, "Hello, BAFTA, could I have 2 tickets for The Hateful Eight? Thank you very much." They do a draw, so you put your name in the hat and they draw it out, and we were lucky enough that you got picked.
Yeah, we were very lucky. No, we were very lucky. I mean, throughout the voting season, as well as their own screenings and various distributor screenings, there are also ballots to things such as various premieres, London Film Festival when that's on, and things. So yes, I have been fortunate enough on a few occasions to had my name picked to be able to go and attend these wonderful things. And if you've listened to any of the podcasts, you know what an absolute passionate film geek I am. So you know how grateful I am for these things. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we won't do a review of the film. It's not fair at this point because it's not on general release. I would just say I enjoyed it. And, it was a little self-indulgent, but that's Tarantino for you these days. So,
I mean, it was an entertaining ride, like his films always are. It was quite long, this film, and it had a lot of his sort of usual suspects in. It was definitely a Tarantino movie, and this is a guy that does have a very unique stamp on his films, which I'm sure. At some point in our podcast, we will do one dedicated to Quentin and his films. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's nice to see another Western. Very, very interesting sort of backstory to the whole thing as well. But as I said, we'll save that for another time.
Well, I mean, it's true. It did look like this film wasn't going to happen. And that's just because I believe an actor, he put the script out there, didn't he? He leaked the script, and it pissed off Tarantino and he didn't want to do it. But then he said that he did this read-through with the actors, a public read-through, and he just fell in love with the material again.
Imagine being present at that. That must have been quite interesting. They did it in theatres in Los Angeles, fairly small theatres from what they were saying. But yeah, that must have been quite interesting to have seen a rehearsed reading with many of the actors that ended up in the film anyway. So yeah, that must have been, again, quite a unique position and a different way of working. But yeah, interesting film nonetheless has come out the other end.
So we sort of time-wise now, it's about 11 o'clock. We sort of came out 10:30. And it is one of those things when you go in and see a long film, usually the weather changes on you. So when we got there, it was dry.
Windy.
We came windy.
We're very windswept in that interview on YouTube.
Yeah. Of course, when we came out, it was pissing down with rain, so we had to quickly run into this cafe.
Indeed. So, hence all the background noise. But rarely, myself and Simon are actually able to do this face to face for once, as opposed to over Skype. So
that's it. Yes.
Again, it's quite a unique position.
So we're getting some real banter this time instead of the artificial banter we have over Skype. It's very
with the delayed reaction. Satellite delays and all that stuff. So anything else you want to say about this experience, Simon?
Well, I mean, I'd be interested to see what it'd be like having a film premiered like this. I mean, this is the thing. At this point in time, I have no idea if I'd ever see that.
Well, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I started this, having dreams of being in that kind of position, but then you realise how privileged it is to be in that position where not only do you get to make films with a big budget, but then you also get a red carpet premiere at a place like the Odeon Leicester Square.
Yeah.
So it's I'd like to think that maybe get there one day, but
No, absolutely. Well, it's the one part of the process which, many people think that the film industry and filmmaking is this, big glamorous party, champagne and caviar type lifestyle. And that is for a small percentage, your sort of A-list stars, actors, directors, producers, whatever. And but as we've often said on this, the majority of it is kind of long, unsociable hours in all kinds of conditions. So the premiere is the time to pull out the glad rags and have some fun and enjoy it. And
it's like a celebration to say we actually made it. We actually got something written, got it made, got actors in. And and here it is for everybody to see.
Yeah.
So, but you got to remember that it's only like one day, or if it's a tour, maybe a month or two.
Yeah, if you're on some sort of junket or doing a world premiere tour thing or whatever. But as I said, I'm very obviously grateful to be in the positions of doing these and not be on the other side of the barrier, watching people walk down the red carpet, but actually being able to walk it. But at the same time, it is, on one hand, slightly torturous because it's obviously so close, but yet so far, which has kind of been my career since I embarked on this. And I'd love to think that one day, yes, it will be walking down the red carpet for one of our films. That would be awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't feel it was torturous being there. I thought it was really nice having seen all these on, like, you see it on local news, you see it on, on TV, and it's just nice to be able to sort of to walk down there and stuff. And I wasn't thinking, being jealous or anything. I was just enjoying the experience because it's something that I've never actually done before, and it's quite nice. And I'd like to think that if I went to more of these things, that I'd still be like that, not like, how did he get his film made? Well,
Yeah, no, and I want to clarify. I didn't want to imply that was the case because I always think let's use it to be inspired and driven, particularly Q&As, which I really love as well as as all the fanfare.
Well, I mean, Tarantino did a good Q&A. He was joined by Kurt Russell,
Tim Roth.
And the other actor, sorry, we've got his name. Keith is quickly looking up on IMDb.
Who else was there? There was Tim Roth, there was Kurt Russell, who's always, Kurt Russell's always entertainment.
One of the actors from
was it Walton Goggins? Sheriff Chris?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Walter.
Yeah, sorry, Walter. You've done loads, and we're treating you like a nobody here, aren't we?
And who was
live?
And I say it was very, very good in the film.
Was indeed. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Kurt Russell got a couple of questions towards him, but the majority of it was Tarantino.
As they usually are. Bless him. Passionate man that he is.
Yeah. It was, as I say, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people will go out and see this when it comes out. I think it comes out over here in the new year. I think first weekend of January.
I believe it does, yeah.
So, do go out and see it. I would say the one thing I did notice, there was a very big The Thing influence on it.
Oh yes, yeah.
There was a few images that just reminded me of, and the fact you got Kurt Russell there with a beard.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah,
sporting a really good beard. Yes, well done, Kurt.
Well, yeah, and I think also having seen this
Also check out Bone Tomahawk, where you see Kurt sort of still sporting that beard. Or
yes, I've not seen this. You've mentioned that before. I need to check
it's a
this
very very good western, and sort of maybe a partner piece to this film.
Okay, well, we do like Kurt Russell. And, even though this film, Quentin has said that this sort of takes place within the same universe of his films as Django Unchained, but it is fair to say it's a very different type of Western to Django Unchained, but still is very much a Tarantino movie as well. So,
indeed.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, we'll wrap it there because we're tired.
Short heaven hell for once.
Yeah, we're tired. We can't think of anything else to say. It's been a good experience. Looking forward to bed. And so just to let you know, we've got our Christmas podcast coming out next week, and then we've got our New Year's Eve special as well. So check us out as always, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube. Also leave us a rating and a review.
Yes, that would be great. We would love ratings and reviews. It's something we need. We've got to a stage now where we need ratings and reviews, please, folks. Check it out. Google Movie Heaven, Movie Hell.
That's it, and you'll find us. And check out those forthcoming podcasts. They'll be coming over the festive period.
Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a machine gun.